This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with another December 18th update on the UAP drone incursions over New Jersey. More information has been coming out this morning regarding the House and congressional briefings that occurred yesterday related to this. Plus, President Biden had an announcement, as I reported earlier. Apparently, the closed meetings with the members of House Intelligence that were classified took place, or they weren't classified, they were closed. Apparently, there's a difference. The congressional ones were classified, but there's still some information coming out of them. The House meeting with intelligence took between 90 minutes and 2 hours. And again, they're saying the vast majority, not all, but the quote, vast majority are manned aircraft. However, the interesting thing that one of the congressional people came out with, they are saying the vast majority are not to worry about. But what about the specific military incursions that have taken place over military bases? In some cases, that have caused bases to be shut down. They keep saying they're, quote, not nefarious. They're not nefarious, guys. This new word of the week, nefarious, which, as I said before, this means criminal in nature. So if they're not criminal in nature, why are you not specifically explaining to us how the incursions over the military bases are not criminal? Because it is a criminal thing to fly a commercial or civilian drone over a military base. So please explain to us specifically what you have found in these cases, why they're not criminal, instead of just saying over and over again, not nefarious, not nefarious. Well, it is criminal to do that. And you actually shut down some of these bases as well as a military airport due to this action. So please explain in more detail, because quite frankly, I just don't believe you. One of the lawmakers says this drone technology appears to have outpaced the law, and the federals don't have any clue about what's really going on with the actual 2% mystery drones, and have no reliable info about what's going on with the ones that have been identified by the military, as well as the trained observers that have not been identified. There have been a series of sightings above military sites with no proof that the drones above military sites were taken down. There's no proof of it. Nothing has been relied to officials apparently at these meetings showing proof that any of these have been taken down. They are still denying this is a federal government operation, although they are admitting that some of these craft up there are government and military craft. One thing they are all agreeing on, everyone involved is agreeing on, there needs to be more done to monitor the situation, which, by the way, is also happening in other parts of the country, including Oregon, where a pilot witnessed 4 or 5 last week. And there's actually the radar conversation has been released. So basically, Oregon pilot has even witnessed what was described on the radar, which you can listen to. Just search it up, Eugene, Oregon pilot UFO. They were interfering with his flight. But this is not nefarious and nothing to worry about. Those have not been identified. If they are not nefarious, please tell us what the Oregon pilot saw as far as these red orbs that were in his flight path in Eugene, Oregon. And people, you can look this up. This is an actual thing that was confirmed to have happened. They keep stressing, again, quote unquote, the majority. The majority are known. Assembly person Michael Ignamort, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Sorry, Michael. He says he wants to know, and he's not being told, this assemblyman, what these drones are doing, who is operating them, and what they are here for. Because he says he himself has seen 2 to 12 of these flying around in erratic patterns in the New Jersey area at night on a regular basis. So again, they're not giving enough information on specific incidents where there have been actually mystery drones that have not yet been identified. And if they do, they are claiming to be transparent. Well, if they're transparent and there's nothing to worry about, please just go out and tell us, explain these military site incursions. Another official says some of these could very well be Chinese. The Homeland Security guy, this Kirby that keeps saying there's nothing to worry about, he had previously said the Chinese balloon that was shot down last year was no threat. And again, there was 3 other objects shot down in the days after the Chinese balloon was shot down. And this Kirby Homeland Security guy was saying, same as he's saying now, there was no threat. This assemblyman guy is saying that there was a drone that shut off its safety lights when a helicopter from police approached. So the police had to abandon following it because it shut off its safety lights. And again, these things flying at night, again, they're saying there's nothing nefarious or criminal. It is actually illegal to fly a drone at night without safety lights. And that is happening. But again, there's a blanket statement that nothing illegal is happening. So stuff is flying around at night without safety lights on in an area where there's lots of commercial planes flying around. But don't worry about it. Law enforcement and military have expressed concern due to drones coming into flight, potentially causing flight path issues. There's people saying there is no evidence any of these are foreign actors, but again, they're saying, again, Tim Burchett, he's saying he believes a lot of these are Chinese. But at the same time, they're saying even though they haven't followed any of them home, apparently, or figured out the origin of where a lot of these are coming from, they are saying even critically that there's no evidence of foreign actors. There does seem to be a lack of communication between the White House and what's going on the ground. One of the senators said this, and there seems to be a lack of actually knowing what's going on in some of these specific places, like in some local police forces in New Jersey. The information of what they're seeing regarding to unknown objects acting erratically and moving too fast to be followed, and the White House. Because again, they're saying a lot of these are commercial, but they're moving faster than the local police helicopters and the local police drones can follow them, and they're turning off their lights. But again, nothing nefarious at all. Don't worry about it. Even President Biden, if this is indeed President Biden, made a statement saying he says nothing nefarious. He's using that wonderful nefarious word again. And officials are stressing this is not alien. This is not alien. Now, just to play devil's advocate, Lou Elizondo, the former head of the Pentagon's UFO program, who did work for Space Force, he confirmed that yesterday. He's basically saying in an interview that came out yesterday, these people that are running these military bases should be prosecuted if it is just hobbyist drones flying over these military bases. How are hobbyist drones flying over military bases with everything that we have from the military? He's pointing that out, and he's also pointing out that this has been going on over military bases for at least 3 years, even though it's really being brought to light now. Yes, a lot of them seem to be coming from over the water or in the water. German scientists is saying they are alien entities. Well, apparently they're 100% not alien entities. And by the way, when news people report on this, they've got to laugh. Here's my impression of how they're at with how the news people ask government officials about aliens. Now, these are not aliens, are they? I have all sorts of friends asking if they're aliens. Can you please tell us they're not alien? Like, you have to smirk and smile and have a fake laugh when you ask that. It's just insulting to people. Like, there's now been 3 congressional hearings about UAPs, and there's government whistleblowers coming out saying there's a whole reverse engineering program, but we have to go, hee hee. No, please, please, can you please just address if they're aliens or not? Because so many people are asking me. I don't know. That's just the annoying part. And I'm not saying they are aliens, but I'm just saying enough people are coming out about it and enough official briefing. I mean, there's been Senate briefings on UAPs as well. Why do we have to still laugh about it and put on a fake smile and fake laugh if you're going to bring up aliens? That's just insulting to people like Lou Elizondo